Sometimes I dream translucently.
Well, I love you too, baby.
He's all alone.
Energy entered me and I'm ready for my enemies.
No, I have not spoken to you. Bang, bang.
I can still hear his cries.
But don't think it's about you though.
Give you the keys to paradise so you can dodge your fate.
I got my own crib but I can't pay rent.
We don't gotta be poor.
I'm unable to cope.
I am not ashamed of who I am.
They got aborted because I couldn't afford it being too young and running wild.
Hey CCP, how you doing today? When I say CC, you say P. CC, CC. When I say drop the, you say Mike. Drop the, drop the. When I say I love, you say poetry. I love, I love. Give it up for drop the mic. Let's get it started. What's up, CCP? How y'all feeling today? Sounds good. Keep that energy up for all of our contestants. Welcome to the second round of audition day 2 of Drop the Mic. My name is Dr. Michelle Myers. I am the host of Drop the Mic, and I am also an associate professor in the English department. We are super excited to be able to start round 2 this afternoon for the second audition show of Drop the Mic. We have 11 student contestants performing today. Each contestant will come to the stage and perform a poem that will be timed. The time limit is 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Students can keep track of their time by the clock that is situated in front of them on the stage. And if the student goes over 3 minutes and 15 seconds, the judges will deduct a half a point for each second that they go over. At the end of round 2, our judges will combine the totals from the students' performances from round 1 with their performances today for round 2. And then at the very end of the show, we will announce the top 5 winners of audition day 2 who will move on to the final showcase. Please give it up for all of our contestants. Now, before we bring them out, we do want to introduce our judges, our Emmy-nominated judges. Please put your hands together for Drop the Mic being an Emmy-nominated show and us having Emmy-nominated judges. So, starting with the judge who is closest to the audience, we have Kevin Covington. Please make some noise for Kevin. He is a support coach in the Center for Male Engagement here at Community College of Philadelphia. And next to Kevin, we have Elizabeth Catanese. Please make some noise for Elizabeth. She is a professor in the English department here at Community College of Philadelphia. And next to Elizabeth, we have Alicia Dantzler. Please put your hands together for Alicia. Alicia is a spoken word poet, and she is also a graduate of Community College of Philadelphia. And the judge, yes, please give it up for being a graduate of our college. And the judge at the far end of the table is DeForio Barlow. Please make some noise for DeForio. He is a testing specialist in the assessment center here at Community College of Philadelphia. So I just want to remind the audience that our student contestants come up here and they share their heart and they share their passion with all of you. It's a very brave thing that they do to come up here and, just share their most heartfelt words with you all. So please show them lots of love. Please give them your energy and your support. You can show that by snapping your fingers or clapping your hands or responding in whatever way you feel moved. I also think that it's always a really great exercise to do a quick call and response before we get started. So y'all feel like doing a quick call and response? So when I say CC, you say P. CC? CC? When I say drop the, you say Mike. Drop the? Drop the? When I say I love, you say poetry. I love. I love. That's what's up. Make some noise, CCP. So the poet on deck is Nick, but coming to the mic, we have Hazard. Everyone, make some noise for Hazard.
Yo. Call me the janitor. I got all these keys with me. You beating me.
I can't see that feasibly. Wait, I'm the bomb. Ho, that's TNT. Your hoe tuned into my frequency. Now she meets with me frequently. We only speak in secrecy. Wait, bring it back now. Previously, nobody believed in me. Nobody is seeing me. I'm a lyrical deity. This energy entered me and I'm ready for my enemies. That weapon squeeze you dead to cease. Your family weep. My bread increase. My heart is cold. That's 10 degrees. Need a fleece before I freeze. All this ice on me. I'm in need of a hockey team. Now if I see you trapped, then I'm gonna scheme. Plotting on your cheese. Narcotics make me dream, but I still won't fall asleep. On point, that's a widow's peak. With this shotgun, no window seat. Catch a homie, they won't find your body. That's a mystery. These pussies trying to mix with me. That's chemistry. This Smith and that I'm gripping will split you with perfect symmetry. J Cash on the beat with Hazard, yeah, that's synergy. Without no beat, I go knee deep. It's so obscene when I'm on scene, cause I spit heat. If you step, you'll melt your feet. Throw you in a creek, wrapped up in sheets, weights attached to your feet so you sink. Hazard, I'm a real shotter before I was modest. Now it's time to be honest, nigga. I'm the hottest, you can't stop it. I spit the truth, I'm a fucking prophet. Hold your family hostage, let's get it poppin'. Chop a rock and knock you unconscious. You'll lose your balance when it hits your noggin. Trying to dodge like Bernard Hopkins, now a bullet's lodged in your eye socket. Got your tramp crawling out her stockings, I'm in her pad and I'm finna crash like the stock market or an alcoholic. Wait, it can get scary. More lean than the apothecary. More paper than a library. You cross-dressed, that's Tyler Perry. Leave red like cherries or Bloody Mary. Come get buried in a fucking hurry. I'm legendary. Gun flaring, you running scurry. It's a bullet flurry. I sip liquor till my vision's blurry. Ballin' all you know, James Worthy. Plus I shoot the three, no Stephen Curry. I'm first up, you're secondary. I arose from a cemetery. Walking around with this gun I carry. I'm the type to kill your whole family. They can get it too. It's hereditary. Leave you holy, that's a seminary. My flow cold, that's February. I'm forever yet temporary. And I place any beat in a mortuary. My weed stink like dirty feet. And my broad is yellow like dirty teeth. Currency put me on the beat. Now it's time to bleed. Cause I kill this shit, it's a murder scene. Flow hot to the 3rd degree. Steal your bitch, that's a burglary. Then I give her back, now that's courtesy. Certainly. I could flex like Hercules, but don't encourage me. You niggas fake, that's perjury. I'm out of this world, Mercury. Hazard, let the metal scream. The medics respawn with urgency. I don't have veins, I have circuitry, and my wrist bleed. JCOB.
Hazard! One more time for Hazard. Kevin, do you have some feedback?
Oh, I thought it was his turn. No. Love the piece again, man. Especially give it back. This courtesy. I love that. I love that line. Love your presence, your performance. You always give it to us. I like how you took this time in the beginning. Go ahead, start the timer, and then run. I like that.
Thank you. Elizabeth.
I like that you slowed it down a little bit this time, so I could hear more of what was going on, and I liked it. Still maintained the musicality. Great.
Thank you. Alicia.
You got a little dark. I was a little scared up here, like, hold up. But you got this very unorthodox style, and I like the way you switched your flow up different from the first time, but you still had this like eerie tone to you. That's why I felt like more dark, but it was pretty cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. And DeForio.
I thought it was dark, but I thought it was good in that sense of it. I think that your presence was really felt with the group in front of you today, and I think you came to win, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you, judges. Please put your hands together one more time for Hazard. So the poet on deck is the Iceman, and coming to the mic we have Nick. Please make some noise for Nick.
This is the next piece that I wrote. It's called Crazy. So here it goes. Hi, I'm crazy. How about you? You think I'm crazy? Well, maybe you're crazy too. Truth is, we're all a little crazy. Didn't you know? I'm crazy, you're crazy, your mom and dad are crazy. Yes, sir, we live in a crazy world that produces crazy people. We're all a little mad, but don't know it yet. But hey, if you think I'm crazy, you should see the people around me. They are human beings acting like sheep, but society calls them normal. Now that's crazy. And the rest of us that don't follow the herd, well, they want to lock us up. That's right, they want to put us in a mental asylum, throw away the keys, separate us from the rest of the world. They can't let our crazy thoughts spread to those normal people. It's like a disease, you know. In this day and age, normal means to follow the next trend, the latest religion, the new rule, without thought, without reason, and you better not question anything, or they'll really think you're crazy. If you ask me, I'd rather stay with the crazy ones, the ones that set their own trends, make their own rules, and follow their heart. I live amongst the insane, deranged individuals in a small mental asylum. You're welcome to join me if you're crazy too. The government is sane, these sheep people are sane, society is sane, but I'm fucking nuts, and I love it. Thank you.
Nick, keep your applause going for Nick. Elizabeth, do you have some feedback?
You had a lot of fun with that, and we could feel that. You had a good message as well. I liked how it started off really playful, but then you gave us that message. And I thought it might be interesting if in the poem you put some people's names or people attached to situations that could give it even more depth. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you. Alicia?
I like how you, although you were reading, you were still giving eye contact back to the audience, as well as that concept of sheep people. I think that's another way of saying something that's often said, like normal people know these are sheep people because they follow this grain. So I like that whole play on that.
Thank you. DeForio?
Nick, I want you to work on performance a little bit more. Bring yourself out of your shell a little bit more for me. All right?
And Kevin?
Yeah, I like the fact that you dedicated a poem to Mr. Barlow. I like the content. I love the fact, the humor, and you do actually look like you're more comfortable. But like Mr. Barlow said, definitely work on that performance aspect and the hand out of the pocket, that type of thing. But yeah, good piece.
Thank you, judges. Everyone, please make some noise. One more time for Nick. So the poet on deck is recognized. And coming to the mic, we have the Iceman. Please put your hands together for the Iceman.
Once again, it's a pleasure to be back right here at the open mic at CCP. The blocks, the walls, the walls, the blocks, the blocks, the walls, the walls, the blocks. It used to be fun. It was a game to me. I can't play anymore. It ain't the same to me. Something so innocent became so serious. It's evading me now, yes, become mysterious. As I search for a reason to smile. It's just me and he, so I guess I'm on trial. I'm cracking, I'm crumbling, I'm tripping, I'm stumbling. There's no credit at all, no phone list to call. Digging down deep for a glimmer of hope. My resistance is low and I'm unable to cope. The feelings I felt, they lasted. That pull away point, I'm long since past it. It took proof to show, it took time to grow. The direction we were headed in still didn't know. A smile, a glance, a whisper, a sigh. No feelings left, all we could do is ask why. On my heart left a mark that was scorned. The blocks in place, yes, the walls were formed. In the beginning, I had to do was find you. Leave an impression I didn't have to remind you. I shared, I gave, I struggled, I slaved. The torture was tougher than most. I'm crispy now because I'm burnt like toast. There's egg on my face, she left no sign, no trace. I thought we got robbed, but she cleaned out the place. My furniture, my clothes, my guns, my doughs. What was she thinking? Only her and God knows. It used to be fun, it was a game to me. I can't play anymore, it ain't the same to me. Standing on a mountain cause I'm ready to jump. With a breeze through my sleeves, it's hard to breathe. I hear no evil, I see no evil. It really doesn't matter cause it wasn't no people. I woke up one day, as quiet as kept, that in my mind I was the only one left. Return me to the dirt from which I came. No, they won't remember me, they won't recall my name. Why can't I be, why can't I live? They want too much for the price to live. These are the days of vengeance. As I sit alone with these lyrics, God lift me up, yeah, he picked me up. I rose, I suppose, yeah, he lift me up. I ran for years, I evaded my fears. I'm just a soul roaming this earth, and I was destined to do this since my birth. The shit in mind is still in time. I made amends for all my sins, not in ones and twos, but in fives and tens. Calls unanswered without connections. There's no church for my confession. I'm at the gates of heaven and I'm facing rejection. Alone in my mind and I'm searching for peace. And that's the end of this rap real piece. Thank you.
The Iceman. Alicia, do you have some feedback?
So thank you for taking your hat off because you did take that piece of advice. And then take your time to get comfortable on stage. I feel like you were just like kind of leaning into the mic where you could have actually set yourself so you can move. And then commit to your hand gestures as well because it would have made it a more powerful performance. But I like that 80s flow thing that you did to keep yourself on track.
Thank you.
Thank you. DeForio.
I thought your piece was strong. I didn't think it was as strong as your first, but I still thought it was strong. And I agree with Alicia if you just kind of pace yourself going through.
Thank you.
Kevin.
Yeah, definitely like the flow. I like the one aspect, there's no church for my confession. I did like that consistent flow. You engage from left to right, back and front with the audience, which is really good. So, yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
And Elizabeth.
I really like that. In fact, I like that one better than the first one. You know, I thought maybe at the end you could bring the blocks back a little bit because that was such a powerful opening. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Thank you, judges. Show your love one more time for the Iceman. The poet on deck is Jody Yobro. And coming to the mic, we have Recognize. Please make some noise for Recognize.
She's the reason he be out sneaking, tweaking his ways so she don't catch him freaking. She hate him for committing treason. Always late to the crib, but she be out titty feeting. But she don't care, she feel lit. Cause everybody fucking with a clip. I guess it's just emotion. Ski so much they call her Billy Ocean. At least, any more excuses, Tiana? At least he feeding you, taking you out, goating, corralling. She claimed to feel unappreciated cause he always knocking boots. Powerhouse come, you be crowd surfing, that's a pretty wicked move. And Terrell, you ain't no better. Just because she cheated first, that don't mean you take it to another level. Doing every double X chromosome besides less than her. Claim you want a baby, you just want to bust a nut. But you lied, you were acting, y'all kids, maze runners. But you wouldn't know nothing about that because you shoot blank busters. And you're scared to admit to her your perpendicular intersects don't occur. I'm a very observant person. From watching this couple's disbursement, I'm thinking it'll worsen. I give him my opinion, but a fight will stir. I'ma tell him what he wanna hear. It ain't you, it's her. But you smashing other boxes and juking her. Y'all need to break ties. Words to the wise, don't start a relationship off with lies. It ends where it began.
Recognize! DeFore, do you have some feedback?
Truth be told, once again, appreciate that. Again, when you come up on stage and you can tell the truth, is very, very important. What I need you to do is focus a little bit more and not be so nervous, all right? Learn your piece, get your piece out, and believe in it, all right?
Kevin.
Yeah, definitely what the 4-year was saying. I thought you had a really nice flow and it was just interrupted a couple times when you just had to refer back to the phone. But I think this performance is a bit stronger than your last one. I think the first one was good, but this one was like, I now recognize.
Elizabeth.
You do a great job with building characters and telling stories. And I think you're a very good writer, and I know that you tried to look less at your phone and all of that, and that will come with time, but you've got like the core skills as a writer, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm. And Alicia.
Yeah, I agree with what Elizabeth was just saying. And then if you're going to read, commit to reading, because I feel like that's what threw you off a little bit, trying so hard to memorize. So if you're going to read it, commit to reading it.
Thank you, judges. Make some noise one more time for Recognize. So the poet on deck is Dream Speaks. And coming to the mic now, we have Jody Yobro. Please put your hands together for Jody Yobro.
I'm gonna tell another story. I tell stories. I'm Jody Yobro. So I first met this little chick in the summer of 14, and she had been a fan like a broken AC. But don't you leave it on, cause electric ain't cheap. Block riding like BB, Michael Jordan with 3-piece. But then she called me Jordan. But it's not important. Suffering from the boredom, she used the phone as a resource like Jody. My parents gonna be home all day, and it'd be cool if you gave me some company. So I slid like Trizzy, transpass on that scepter. Thoughts like betcha. She hit me with a lecture, how I'm not gonna pop. How I'm not gonna hit. But I'm thinking I'm trying to bust that long bus ride here. Thinking about her body, hope she riding like the trolley. By the time I get there, it's kind of dark and cloudy. We in the basement watching movies and we fool around. She said, spend the night. Then she tried to drown me. Jody, yo, bro. Turning shit into sugar. I'm trying not to doze off. Opportunism makes me want to take her clothes off. Nova 6. No, I save a damsel in distress. Hoes got me feeling hero. Remember S was on my chest. Oh, shit, what's that noise? Dad coming down the steps. Step 2. Get in the closet like Insidious. And if I hear a clap, clap, then it's me fearing my death. I don't know. What's the move? Let me weigh my options. Do I get some coochie or do I get home? Get some coochie, or do I get home? It's the best possible start. Fisher Price on the stone. My little shorty thinks she's slick. She just grabbed my phone. And I can't do nothing because I pop right there. But when homeboy go up them stairs, I'ma wear it down like laundry wear. Oh, man, I ain't got no care. She like, baby, spend the night with me. What you gonna do if I spend the night? Right. What you gonna do if I spend the night? You keep talking that shh like I don't bite.
Jody, yo, bro! Kevin, do you have some feedback?
Yo, bro. Bruh, this is what second round is about. Now you get more comfortable, you start to own it now instead of performing for us. And you know, us watching you, you're actually, we're your audience. We're there for you. And you really own this piece, and it's a really good piece.
Elizabeth.
You're a really wonderful storyteller.
Alicia.
I was trying to I was listening. I'm like, let's not blur the lines between the storytelling and the erotica, because I feel like you was about to start going in on the freaky deaky part. But thank you for keeping it to a story.
Yo, bro. I pay to come see you, man. I pay to come see you. That's it.
Thank you, judges. Please make some noise one more time for Jody, yo, bro. So the poet on deck is Alexis. Coming to the mic, we have Dream Speaks. Please put your hands together for Dream Speaks.
Late nights, constant man ringing your phone, GPA dropping it low, vibrate when you're with your man, that's great, so he doesn't know number 2 is waiting at home. A life you decided to put on hold. How could I be so blind to the reality that my deepest friend was living a lie? A lie that I told myself over and over again that this story was just all a phase. But everyone in third period all knew branded on her was a trans that capitalized with the letters HOE. Not to mention that class became a non-priority because man number 3 was giving her a letter we all know comes after C. When a man can give you everything you need and the people in your life were left behind, your deepest, darkest secrets, you plead, hoping someone can hear your silent cries that are bruised with the hardest hits your face can handle, and the pain your body feels when you wake up that morning. I can't feel your pain, but you mask it with the sex, and you don't know what's next, because you think when he says he loves you, you can never be upset, because late nights, constant men ringing your phone, vibrate when you're with your man so he doesn't know number 2 is waiting at home. A life you decided to put on hold. I don't even know who you are anymore. Thank you.
Keep your applause going for Dream Speaks. Elizabeth, do you have some feedback?
Again, really honest and powerful poem. I liked how you brought us to the beginning part again at the end. It was very circular in a way that was is helpful for your listeners.
Thank you. Alicia.
I think that was like a perfect example of being able to perform and still read your poem from a book, because you were very present and you didn't allow it to be a crutch.
Thank you. DeForio.
It's really scary when you look at you and then you hear the poems that you kind of recite. really, really interesting. You should never judge a book by its cover, clearly.
Thank you. And Kevin.
Yeah, if you were to look up Still Waters Run Deep, I think they'd see a picture of you sitting right there. And I motioned to Elizabeth a couple things that she said that I had already written down. I like the way you circle back in the poem. And then what Alicia also said, too, is that you read it, you committed to reading, but it didn't interrupt your flow. So it was a really good piece.
Thank you. Thank you, judges. Show your love one more time for Dream Speaks, everyone. The poet on deck is Sharmira. Coming to the mic, we have Alexis. Please make some noise for Alexis.
All right, this poem is called License to Kill. I had a professor tell me if you start our history from slavery, everything else will look like progress. So handcuffed on the ground, blood all around, I'm not too sure about this due process. A society that's supposed to be so post-racial, blacks are getting treated with fist facials as if being unarmed is unacceptable now. Justice amongst us is undetectable now. We're supposed to be so far removed from race as if not acknowledging color makes it respectable now. And I'm not about to be silent for the sake of your sanity. I could say it 11 times, hand wrapped around my neck, I still can't breathe. We have nothing to lose but our chains, but I still feel trapped like I can't leave. You excel in class, but you can't get a pass unless you fit a profile. What's progress to this process? When we look for hope, we can't get credit unless we're hooping. We can't get righteousness unless we're rapping, and supposedly we can't build an empire. We don't have any power to Stars or Fox unless it's illegal. As if we aren't capable to leave. The people say, we gave you a black man in the White House, what more do you need? Well, we just want peace and we're served pipe dreams. And then kids get tired, go to school and get fed up because they're only a part of a pipeline. What then? What answers do I have for a young black boy? It's raining, Rayshawn, but take off your hood, I don't want you to be like Trayvon. Don't talk back unless it's in a mic because I don't want you to be like Mike, because they'll leave your body in the sun, my son, and watch as your eyes go from bright to no light. I tell my brothers, I know you're so tired of validating that you're human, but baby boy, you can't have the last word because they'll string you up like strange fruit and say it was a suicide like Otis James Bird. Your pride might be scarred, but they won't drag you from a car like James Bird. And I know that if something happens to you, my heart won't heal. We tell these kids you can be anything you want to be if you put your mind to it, but what about safe? You can't put rose-colored glasses on a brown baby as if they're not blind to it. Before they open their mouths, their skin speaks volumes. A birthmark etched in your color, you're valuable, and they hunt you like prey, so each day I have to pray that they don't snatch you away. While we chant for justice, they fear what they hear. While I think your voice is a melody, you're a monster out of the tomb, quickly destined, because being black is a felony. Every 28 hours feels like every 28 minutes. And even though I marched, it was every 21 hours. Well, what about black on black crime? You need to stop killing one another. Newsflash, other races are killing each other. While we work on our resolutions, I just want to make sure that an interaction with police doesn't mean an execution. We can talk all we want to, but what's a dead sentence to a death sentence when my people don't know justice? I have to say, hands up, don't shoot, because they don't trust us. I don't want to have a son because the thought is just plain scary, because they'll kill a 12-year-old boy for a toy gun in a state that's open carry. I don't want to have a little girl, because just like Ayana, at age 7, they sent her straight to heaven. My fears will just seep in that they'll come in, shoot them up, and then they'll kill my little girl while she's sleeping. Who do we turn to? Especially when the ones sent to protect are the ones that might hurt you. Some thugs stand on corners and just chill, and then other thugs get licenses and badges that are licensed to a just kill.
Alexis!
Thank you.
Alicia, do you have some feedback?
Yeah, I liked how you came on the stage and you just had all this attitude and anger about what's going on, as well as your eye contact and your gestures. I would just say take your time with your delivery and maybe find a way to make everything fit, because you went a little bit over time.
DeForio.
I think your overtime was worth it. I think you had something important to say, and you said it with feeling, and it was important for everybody to hear.
Kevin.
Yeah, I think this was a very profound piece. I don't know if you caught it while you were reading. I mean, you built the amen corner out here because you got like amen, because all you had to do was pass the hat and we had you. I like the wordplay, and I like the fact that you tied in real life names and instances that's going on in the news with your piece. It made it really relevant. It's a great piece.
And Elizabeth.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. I loved, again, the fact that you had names in it, and you could work with Nick too about getting names into his poems. Maybe you two could work together. That'd be great. And I loved at the beginning where you were talking about broader ideas like the notion of color blindness and the problematic nature of that, but you were also talking about really specific details as well. Wonderful.
Thank you, judges. Make some noise one more time for Alexis. So the poet on deck is Annette. And coming to the mic, we have Sharmira. Please put your hands together for Sharmira.
When I was younger, I was ashamed to say I knew you. From the times it took a lollipop to calm me down for a whole sermon, to the days when they had to shove me down the aisle to sing to you. Chicken legs dressed in stockings and usher uniforms. I wore hoodies to cover my insecure face. I felt ashamed to come into your house and dirty it up with a body full of sin. But when I wasn't in your house, I wanted to understand your worth. I wanted you to forgive me like they said you would. I carried Bibles with me to school when I was bullied, and quoted your verses to my friends, but they just laughed and asked questions like, what the hell was I talking about? We were too young to be talking in tongues, too young to be stopping each other from making mistakes because Miss Preacher thinks she know it all. Their bodies were still growing, but my body wasn't growing at the same pace as my soul. I stood as an individual wanting to believe in you. I was divided from my age group and left alone. I didn't like the lack of attention, so I hid my faith in my bed back home and only spoke to you when I prayed at night, but still then, I didn't know who you were. I just knew of you and the miracles you manifested, like conceiving me and giving me another day to live, another day to struggle, but still stand as strong as my grandmother's legs on swollen ankles on Sundays. My grandmother had this joy in her. She moved like she was young again. She moved like she had life inside of her. And I felt dead watching a sanctified saint shout your name in a sanctuary when I still was learning my own. I had years of regrets buried inside of me. I wanted to believe in you because I knew then I would believe in myself. I would sleep instead of slumber or live by the advice I give others and not be ashamed to say I knew you because I didn't. I didn't know anyone. I was this borrowed body that breathed for the hell of it. This walking corpse that looked alive but felt dead. I was sick of living in my dreams and sleepwalking through society. Reality does hurt, but it's better to feel pain than to be numb. It shows that you're alive, like the sting of the doctor's hands hitting naked flesh. Baby crying and covered in blood. Baby need a bath. Baby need to be cleaned. Sanctified like my soul after I dug deep through doubts and was dipped in that holy water that held my destiny. Arms crossed and eyes closed when I rose from the dead. The water felt cold like the grave I came from. The sand between my toes felt warm and safe. I felt something tickling my insides. Laughter grew louder, loud as the shouts that followed them. So loud I swore my grandmother heard my echo in the heavens. I looked like my grandmother dancing on Sunday. I looked like a 3-year-old that just learned how to run, slapping my feet on the sand in tears. Blind my eyes like the sun that morning, that day. I realized everything I took for granted or didn't understand came to a conclusion. My body was clean and comfortable to live in. I was born again. It took me 17 years to live. 17 years to describe my identity. 17 years to say I am present and mean it. Today I am present for all the years you thought you knew me when I didn't know myself. And to my married mother that carried me for 9 months until I grew healthy and normal, thank you for believing in me. But that empty shell wasn't me. It really took me 17 years to be whole. So my birth certificate is a lie. Thank you.
Keep your applause going for Sharmira.
Good job, good job. Very vivid. I think I can clearly speak for everybody here that we can see exactly everything that you said today. Everything. It was super vivid for me. Thanks.
Kevin.
Yeah, I agree with the Forio. The imagery that you created, the emotion that you brought to the piece, really, really good. So thank you.
Elizabeth.
You're really a genius at inhabiting characters.
And Alicia.
I think this is like one of the dopest spiritual poems that I've heard, especially the way you take the whole idea of being reborn and use that metaphor as real as it is within your life, but also within your spirit.
Thank you, judges. Please make some noise one more time for Sharmira. The poet on deck is Amira, and coming to the mic we have Annette. Please put your hands together for Annette.
I don't like kids. I don't like kids. I don't like kids. Oh no, she didn't. Oh no, she didn't. Oh no, she didn't. No, she didn't say that. What? Oh no, she didn't. What? Oh no, she didn't. What? Oh no, she didn't. No, she didn't. They that. That's not right. 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 I don't like kids, let me tell you why. These little people, yes, they make me cry. They keep me up all through the night. I change and feed them and it's now daylight. They cry so loud my straight hair has curled, and from day one they think they rule the world. I change their diapers, I change them again. Before I know it, I've changed about 10. They're piggy eaters, they dig their nose. They spill their drinks, I got to change their clothes. They have their tantrums and jump and shout. And tell you the truth, I want to put them out. I try to hold their hands, they say let go. I tell them things and tell me no. I'm so exhausted, don't know what to do. I want to leave and say I'm through. But then came Christopher James Dupree. Life with him has transformed me. My brother's son, yes, I love him so, for he arrived 23 years ago. He got the dustpan when I got the broom. He even asked if he could clean my room. A very well-mannered young fellow was he, and so intelligent he had dignity. I'm sorry. I offered him candy. He said no thanks. He ate his vegetables without complaint. He shared his toys with the other boys and quietly played without much noise. I said I don't like kids and this is true, but now my mind has been changed. It's been renewed. I didn't like them, I didn't understand that loving them would be in my plans. That's dedicated to my nephew, Christopher James Dupree. This was written about 5 years ago.
Annette! Kevin, do you have some feedback for Miss Annette?
I do. I really like this one. Not that I didn't like the other one. You get more comfortable on stage, and it's nice to hear parenthood put to a song. So I like that, even though you're talking about your nephew. But it was really good. It's very, very clever. You had a lot of us here either clapping or laughing. It's really good. Nice piece.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It made me laugh, and it had a really nice and uplifting message at the end. But it was funny, and it's a profound truth that everybody says kids are the most awesome, the best ever. But there's some difficulties too. So that was great.
Alicia.
I like the fact that it was very real, Like all those things were real, but yet you were having fun with it, and it was fun to listen to.
And DeForio.
I had a lot of fun listening to it. I'm actually going to sing that song to Kevin's kids after this taping today.
Thank you, judges. Everyone, please put your hands together one more time for Annette.
Thank you very much.
So the poet on deck is Van Johnson. And coming to the mic now, we have Amira. Please make some noise for Amira.
I pretty much wrote this because America has an image of the black woman. I feel like reality shows like emphasize the image that America has, and like little girls today don't really see what it is. They don't really know what a real woman is, and like its consequences to that. Like every action has equal but opposite reaction. It's called honeymoons. Girls like you don't have honeymoons, just one-night affairs with merriment at time. You put your pride to the rear, because midnight reveals the fears of the unconvicted. What's to bear when love is missing? Tears on your pillowcase reflects the pain you feel every day. Not even know the water on your window pane could account for the things that could drive you insane, but you still get up every day. I see you. Girls like you don't get wedding rings. You refuse to conform to expectation, counting everything besides your blessings you're waiting. Sometimes you missing. This pocket resides your meal ticket. Plot on the profit. If you want it, bet you got it. You say it's all worthwhile, but girls like you never walk down aisles except at graduations. Yes, I hear when you say it, and you mean it. Your demeanor is deceiving. You can't see what you're perceiving. Girls like you don't have honeymoons, just one night stands to compare. Hit the spot, you weren't there, and for them to leave, you make it clear with your actions. You distract them, riding slow, moving fast, and I see you. Girls like you don't have honeymoons. You don't love them, I believe you. Not your body or your features. You sit on the bleachers, and you fuck the coach after games. Girls like you don't have honeymoons, but that's your claim to fame.
Amira! Elizabeth, do you have some feedback?
I think once again, it was a very powerful and important message that you were giving, and I liked how you were delivering it without the notebook to begin with. Regardless, again, I think that you two are a really good writer, and you have really important and powerful things to say.
Alicia.
I love your message, and I respect what you're doing with your poetry, but you have like such a very important message. Just don't rush it, because we want to hear everything you have to say, and some of those lines needed to stand on its own.
DeForio.
Yeah, I couldn't really understand a lot of what you said, and I know that what you said was important, and I think everybody needs to hear exactly what you have to say.
And Kevin.
Yeah, I just like everyone was saying, well, not everyone, Elizabeth hasn't hit, but it sounded like some of the pace where you got really, really quick. I don't know if that was nerves or you just felt as though you had to fit it all in, but if you just take the time and deliver that message, it was a very powerful piece. We can actually feel that, but we probably would have enjoyed it even more had you slowed down at certain points and really delivered it. But really, really good piece.
Thank you, judges. Please make some noise one more time for Amira. And closing out round 2 of audition day 2 of Drop the Mic, we have Van Johnson. Make some noise for Van Johnson.
All right. Y'all still feeling this? Good, good. If you can still feel what I'm saying, I hope these words touch you. If you ever wonder how I truly felt, just know that I loved you. You'll never know how many tears rain on this paper, but the pain doesn't matter because our love was greater. Hopefully I'll talk to Destiny and see if we're meant to be. Hopefully fate can set up a date for just you and me. This is for you. Something else to write about besides living sideways. When we part ways these days, you would love to remember. Now I remember, it was November, a cool night. I mean, the mood was right. I mean, the moon was nice. I gotta say thanks to you for giving me a chance to feel love in its bittersweet form. On your sickest nights, I did what I could to keep you warm. It's sad for our love, I never had the antidote, and I quote, I'll always love you, baby. We've been through some insane situations. You can call me crazy. I've always tried to work it out with love. My heart was never lazy. It's been some time now, no friendship, we turned to ghost. Laughing at the past is what I enjoy the most, at least these days. I pray that the Lord fills your heart with all the happiness that I can never give, realizing I must live what this truly is. The end. Or let another story begin. Let me ask you, have you ever held on to someone, but they let you go? Time goes by so fast, but love seems to leave so slow. I mean, beautiful memories that you wish you could forget, hidden secrets that you just want to admit. To him, to her, you just want them to understand that when you said you were in us together, departing wasn't a part of the plan. Now your love was abducted, sent to another universe. I never knew moving on would be such a burden, such a curse. So you start to get dramatic and call yourself a hopeless romantic. Your emotions start to panic and try to escape by laying with someone else. Your love is being buried alive deep inside yourself. What are you supposed to do at this point when you want her back now, but fate's telling you never? What gives destiny the right to say we shouldn't be together? I mean, I love you when I want you. I wish my feelings didn't fall so deep. I'm tired of playing games with love when all it does is cheat. But here I go again, tampering with God's will, trying to grab apples from the forbidden tree. Sometimes I wish I could learn from my own poetry. That's me.
Van Johnson! Alicia, do you have some feedback?
Yeah, I like the way you introduced the poem. I'm not really a big fan of introductions, but I like how you used it in this. And then I feel like you have a tendency to have a conversation, and which is very real and is very true with your audience.
DeForio.
I like the introductions. I think that's different, and I think that's kind of your style, and I think you should keep that up. I also like your delivery, and I thought it had a purpose.
Kevin.
Yeah, I wrote down, I love the poem before the poem. I like the way in which you deliver that. I like the fact that you're a really good storyteller, as well as you know how to deliver the story. And you keep us in, you take your pauses when you think so you need them, and then it just pulls us in even more. So really good, really good.
And Elizabeth.
I thought part 2 after the end really deepened the story, and I loved the line, sometimes I wish I could learn from my own poetry. Me too. Great job.
Thank you, judges. Please make some noise one more time for Van Johnson. And please give it up for all of our contestants today. That brings round 2 of audition day 2 of Drop the Mic to a close. At this time, our judges will now tabulate the scores from round 1 and round 2. And when they are done, then I will come up and announce our top 5 winners, okay? So at this time, we'll take a little bit of an intermission.
Here's the thing.
Uh-oh, here we go. It sounds like advice, but it really isn't. It really isn't. It's like a backhanded compliment with the meaty part of his hand.
Here's the thing. I think we all are kind of saying the same thing. Kind of cheap. We're going to stay after this class. That's my head.
Right.
So are we all kind of getting in tune with one another?
I think we are. But I think, some of the things that I may like, you may not like, and vice versa. Some of the things but I think that's why the scoring is and that's what you want. You want everybody to kind of sing from the same page. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
I think we are getting the same.
We didn't talk too much this time. I think
No, I think everybody was condescending. We like, okay, good.
Everybody what? What'd you say?
Just after we didn't talk too much, I think everybody felt that. It was a good place.
Thumbs up.
It's okay. Keep writing.
I'm just worried about it if I'm slouching.
I know, I was thinking about that too, because I feel like
I know you gotta like.
I don't want to look like I'm slouching.
Oh. It's 10.
What does that matter? Because that's the way it goes on time. That's it. 11? Yeah.
A net 9.
Oh, God. Man, the chocolate is so good. I don't know if chocolate, but it's good.
10. And then Johnson 12.
Okay, so stay here and then watch the reaction. Boom. Here we
Wait,
go.
hold on. Wait, I get you secret drink.
Watch the reaction. Here we go.
I always look to see how bad it is.
What?
Right.
It's not
That's
bad.
that cinnamon
It's not
spice
bad.
coming out.
Boom. See, this is what they do. Elizabeth is fronting right now. She's not saying anything, but she's always saying something.
Does anybody get double digits on this?
Ooh. 1 or 2.
Okay.
Always.
What? Recognize 10.
Just a hater.
Jody 12. Green Speak 13.
Okay.
Alexis 9. Sharmira 15. Annette 6.
Well, he went high for this.
Amira 7.
Is that right? Just double check.
So,
Yep, that looks right?
Yes, it is.
There we go.
That's pretty accurate.
Is it?
Can I see? I'm sorry. I just want you. That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
That's like,
Yeah.
That's good.
Indeed.
and it's crazy because I feel like Alexis girl, Alexis, if she didn't go overtime, she would have been in the top 5. The one who went overtime, the girl who did the poem about she would have been in the top 5.
you just gonna hand me paper?
What's that?
You
Oh,
just gonna hand me
yeah.
paper? No.
What?
What?
You should be talking to people very nicely. It'd be so funny.
Yeah, it's over for that. Next year. I mean, next week.
Look, see, I got told you.
You did way too much entertainment in that conversation.
You be talking to people so nicely. It's so funny.
You missed the concert.
Yeah.
You missed the concert. You missed the concert. See, Michael Jackson ain't going back to hell on stage because you late. Because you got stuck in traffic.
I just want to say something real quick before I announce the top 5. I just wanted, to say to all of the students who performed today that you all did a really amazing job. Please, everyone, give it up for all of our contestants. And as I said to the group, in terms of Drop the Mic, and, we're definitely very proud that we were Emmy nominated for the first season. We never really expected, that. And that's not really the reason why we, created Drop the Mic. The reason why we created Drop the Mic was so that students could have a space here on campus where they could express themselves in their own language, on their own terms, talking about the things that they care about. And, here we come to the end of audition day 2. It seemed like, it's such a marathon to get here. Now it's already almost over. And I can't help, but, feeling really emotional about just how beautiful you guys are, how beautiful you are, how beautiful your work is. And I just, I can't begin to tell you, just how much how proud I am of all of you. You guys are, to me, you're my heroes. You're my heroes. I admire you all so much. So for all of you who performed today, please keep writing. Please keep performing. Please keep sharing your wonderful and beautiful words. Okay? What's up, CCP? How you feeling? So we are bringing audition day 2 to a close. I have our top 5 winners for the day. Yeah, please give it up for all of our student contestants. They did an amazing job, really laying their hearts out on the stage. All of our top 5 winners will perform in the final showcase, where they will be competing against the top 5 winners from the first round of Drop the Mic. And the top 3 winners of that showcase will win some prizes, and we'll talk more about that during the final showcase. But at this time, I'm going to announce in no particular order who our top 5 winners are for today. When I call your name, please come up to the stage. The first student making it to the final showcase, Dream Speaks. Please, Dream Speaks, come to the stage. Again, in no particular order. Second poet, moving on to the final showcase, Jody Yobro. Please come to the stage. In no particular order, the next poet moving on to the final showcase is Sharmira. Please make some noise for Sharmira. The next poet moving on to the final showcase is Hazard. Please come to the stage. And rounding out our top 5 poets from audition day 2, moving on to the final showcase, is Van Johnson. Make some noise for Van Johnson. This is our top 5. Show them your love. Everybody did an amazing job. Please give it up for our judges one more time. Kevin Covington, Elizabeth Catanese, Alicia Dantzler, Devorio Barlow. Please give it up for Alan Kobernick, who is the producer of CCP TV. All of our crew on CCP TV, all of our student volunteers. Everyone did an amazing job. We couldn't have done it without you.